In this tutorial I wanted to show how to create new materials in COMFEN. First you go to libraries and just pick one of these, but in this case we are looking at materials, so click on materials. Then the material library opens and here you have different options. You could just start from scratch or you could copy an existing material. Then these materials are quite strange to use because of all this not accurate thickness because of the comma numbers. Typically you use thickness in steps of 5, for example, instead of 5 point something. A good strategy is always to start from an existing material and then edit that one instead of creating a totally new one. Just to show what it means when you're starting from scratch, then you have to specify everything, find all the information of the density, specific heat and so on. Instead you could use one of the existing materials and work from that. So let's say I want to create another insulation layer. Then I would search for some insulation and let us see what we have in the library. Could click up here to filter the naming. So let's go down here, mineral fiber. I will take this one, mineral fiber blanket R30, select it and go to copy and then give it a logical name. In this case I will call it DK mineral fiber and then have the lambda value I want to use and the thickness, so I know exactly how thick this specific type is, and then press OK. Then this material is created, but now I have to go in and say edit. Then I get the option of editing this material. In here it's already grouped under insulation and mineral fiber, and the source I should change because I've copied an existing material, given a source name or reference, and I don't have to change this as well, this the type and the roughness. The only thing I have to change is the conductance and the thickness. The other ones is fixed values for specific this kind of insulation material of mineral fiber. To calculate the conductance I need to know the lambda value for the specific material, and if you search on the internet you can find various sites with information of that. For insulation there is aware that manufacture insulation. Down here they have different thermal conductivity of their insulation with different lambda values or K values from these 0.32 to 0.043. So let's take something in the middle and say 0.037. And this thermal conductivity is of course not the same for, let's say, concrete. I have another site here about the thermal conductivity or K values. They are much higher, and that means that it doesn't insulate as well as insulation. So there is a huge step from this 0.0 to these approximately 1.5. To calculate the conductance I launched the calculator here so I can calculate it. The formula is conductance divided by the thickness. So we know the lambda value is 0.037 or the conductance. This I should divide by the thickness, and because of the conductance is in square meter and this thickness is in millimeters, then I have to divide it by 0.1, that is 100 millimeters. Then I get the conductance and I can type this in right here, and of course change the thickness. It should be 100 millimeters, and now I have created a new specific insulation layer with a new more accurate thickness. So I leave the other information as they are because I have copied an existing materials with the right information of this material type. So press on save and then they save the information I just created as we have here. And then I can use this new material in creating new wall types that I show in another video.